guys, it's Ange and welcome back to another video. And a couple of things that I just wanted to tell you guys that I probably won't be posting stuff about recovery at the moment, because I know very well that I am not going in that direction, and I don't want to leave that impression that I'm going somewhere with that, because quite honestly, I'm just not. And I don't know when that would be happening. I feel as though it just can't right now. So I really just wanted to be straight about that. But anyway, it's Thursday morning here, and my daughter's just gone to school, and it is very chilly at the moment in Queensland. I'm sitting outside with my coffee and feeling the breeze. There's something about the winter breeze actually that really makes me feel just clean, fresh, kind of anticipatory. I love this time of year of autumn when it's just cold enough to enjoy it, but it's not too cold. Anyway, so I'm sitting outside and I've got my little fire pit going, I've got coffee, and because I've been finding it hard to come up with things to talk to you about, because just not really doing recovery stuff at the moment, I thought that I would answer some questions about myself. And so I found some fun ones online. Some of them are deep, some of them are simple, and so I thought I would start with some of those. And I just find that when other people do Q&As on YouTube that are favourite YouTubes of mine, I always really enjoy them. I just like finding stuff out about people. I'm kind of nosy like that. And so, I will read you out these questions and my answers. And let me know if you like the video. So start off with a kind of really basic one. How do I take my coffee? So I love my coffee actually. It's my favourite part of the morning, and I have a Robert Timms brand coffee. I like the Italian espresso style variety, and I have it with rice milk or soy milk or both, and sometimes I add a dollop of cream milk as well. And I don't have sweetener very often, just occasionally. Just depends on how I'm feeling. I'm sorry if this camera is shaking a little, by the way. I'm just holding my phone up and it's a bit tricky to hold it steady. Okay, another one is, what is my proudest accomplishment? And I would have to say that of course it's my daughter, because she is an absolute amazing kind of miracle, and I went through so much to get her, and I made the bravest decision of my life to go and get her as an embryo overseas. So and I'm so proud of how she's turning out as a human being. So I would definitely say, of course, that my daughter Vivian is just the best thing I've ever done with my life. If my life were a movie, what scene would I watch over and over again? So this is quite easy for me, because the two most incredible things I've done in my life are have my daughter and surf. And even though I had all these other things that I did, lots of jobs that I did, lots of study that I did as a scientist, I don't really count those things as being something that I'm proud of doing. I've had a lot of disillusionment over the education system, the university system, and just just all of that stuff. So I feel as though I've never really counted those things as things I've been proud of. But to give birth to my daughter against all odds, and after a lifetime of anorexia nervosa, and also learning to surf when I was 25 years old and catching a wave. If I could play the birth of my daughter, which was such a happy time, and catching a barrel at Coolum Beach I would definitely replay those over and over. Would you rather be forced to live the same day over and over for a full year, or take 3 years off the end of your life? Well, that depends what day it is that you're reliving over and over, I guess. Some more would you rather questions. Would you rather lose all of your friends but keep your best friend, or lose your best friend but keep all your other buds? Well, I think most people, I just feel as though most people would probably say quality over quantity, and that's what I would say too. I've never been someone who's been part of the crowd, ever. As a child, primary school, or kindergarten, primary school, high school, university, I've never been part of a crowd, but I always have had one or two really close friends, and then I've just been friendly with a lot of other people, but yeah, definitely quality over quantity, and I think most people would probably say that, because best friends are so important, they mean the world to you. Would you rather be unable to use search engines or social media for a week? Well, I've taken plenty of breaks from social media before. I actually find it a lot of the time to be kind of petty, an easy time waster and distraction from things other things you probably should be doing, and it's easy to waste time and drain you, and it's very difficult to even find the time to go on social media with the little ones. So I would definitely say that it's much easier for me to take time out of social media. And whereas search engines, I do a lot of research into different things, and so it would be definitely harder for me not to be able to use Google or DuckDuckGo, mostly DuckDuckGo actually these days, with Google being the way it is. And so yeah, definitely I would find it easier to take a break from social media. The next one is, would you rather be a kid your whole life or an adult your whole life? And I definitely feel as though I enjoyed my adulthood more than my childhood. I didn't really enjoy either that much, to be honest. But there's probably more better times as an adult than a child. Well, it's hard to really say. I don't know. But who'd be a kid? Anyway, there's so many limitations placed on you, and it really would depend on whether you were reliving your own childhood or you were allowed to choose one, or the kind of childhood that you wanted. I guess the same goes for adulthood. But yeah, at the moment I would definitely say that I would prefer to be an adult my whole life. Actually, kind of in a lot of ways like being a grown-up. And I'm a very kind of serious-minded person. I'm not really a playful kind of person, so I guess that's why kind of videos like this don't really come that naturally for me. Would you rather go back into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your grandchildren? This was very easy for me to answer. I would definitely rather go into the future to meet my grandchildren. I have never been very close with sort of anyone beyond my actual grandparents, and I've never been into ancestry or anything like that. I've never really found it all that compelling, to be honest. So I would just be amazed to see what Vivian's children might turn out like and get to hold them. Would you rather know when you would die or how you would die? Shit. No fucking idea. I'm going to get back to you on that one. That's just hard. Would you rather have a pause or a rewind button on your life? Well, definitely a rewind, because if you had that, you wouldn't really need a pause, because you could always go back and rewrite stuff. So I don't know why anyone would really choose pause, because you can just rewind, do it all over again. If you could hire someone to help you with cooking, cleaning or yard work, which would you get help with? Definitely yard work. I can't stand gardening. I hate getting my hands really dirty and stuff. I don't even like how dirty my hands get when I'm oil painting. But yeah, I'm not a garden person. I guess you could say these days I'm not really an outdoorsy person either. Favorite family recipe or favorite recipe? All my life I've really loved quiche or zucchini slice. Still do. Yum. Would you consider yourself healed from the past? Okay, so with these questions, I didn't rehearse these, so I'm just going off kind of the top of my head a little bit here. No, I would not. Although I have improved. I have things, like a lot of anxiety, and I do have PTSD I still deal with, but so yeah, I guess no. I'm probably not entirely healed from the past, but I don't know if anyone is entirely ever healed from their past. I think you kind of just move forward, and you just kind of try and make the best decisions that you can to manage how your past has affected you. So I think that's where I'm at. There are a lot of things that still give me pain and heartache and a lot of regrets that I have. So yeah, I try to get on with things. Yeah, that's a really hard question. What is your biggest fear? Well, I've known this for quite a while, and my biggest fear is another hospital admission ever for my eating disorder, because that was one of the biggest things that contributed to PTSD and treatment resistance for me, honestly, because a lot of the so-called treatment that I received over the course of my life, both as a child and as an adult, was so distressing that I believe that that's one of the main reasons that I never did recover. Nothing ever worked. I think it kind of just, the treatment that I had was mostly forced. There was no kind of consent from me to anything, and I had a lot of bad psychiatrists. I mean, I got a list, mate, and those people can really damage you and your psyche and your attitude. And I just remember having this when I was 13, the first time I went to hospital. I had this really, really bad experience or set of experiences, and from then on I was really, really resistant to seeing more people, to getting more help when I needed it. I was, and when I was made to go into more treatment, it ended up being exactly as bad as I feared, or worse. So I feel as though the approach taken with eating disorders is so important, and you don't want to cause that in someone with an eating disorder, because it might affect them for the rest of their lives like me. It might just cause so much resistance that you will never get them to believe in recovery. Maybe that's where I am, and I'm not going to apologise for saying that, because I'm just going to be real, just real. But yeah, definitely my biggest fear for at least several years now has been another hospital admission. So yeah, that's that. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't face it. I think I would, anything, but not that. And I'll do one more, kind of a happy one to end with, I guess. And what are my long-term goals? My long-term goals are to raise my daughter and have a really good relationship with her. It's not always easy when you're the mum to be the perfect mum, but I just want her to know how much love I have for her always. I don't ever want there to be any doubt about that, and I want her to I want to bring out all the best characteristics in her that she has, and I want her to be confident, strong, and not fearful, like I spent my life fearful. I also really want for myself, I want to paint. I want to paint portraits. I want to paint commissions. I want to make miniatures. I want to be happy. I want to live in a world that is not going crazy like the one that we are in. I know I don't have control over that, but I do have control over how I deal with that situation that the world is in. And yeah, long term, I just want to be at peace. I just want to have freedom from my demons, and I want to go away somewhere with my daughter and be able to take her on holidays. And I've never been able to do that yet, and that's one of my goals. Another goal would be to work outside the home again, because I haven't worked outside the home in many years because of my pain problems. So yeah, that would be another really good thing to be able to do in the future. I'm going to leave it there now. I think that's more than enough for you guys right now, because I'm sure you're getting a little bit bored of hearing my voice. And I am going upstairs to heat up the coffee that's just gone cold, and yeah, get on with the rest of the day. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and liked finding out some more nuanced details about me and who I am apart from my eating disorder. And I would love to hear, if you found any of these questions interesting, why don't you answer them yourselves in the comments. And thank you for, you know, continuing to like and subscribe and comment on my videos. I really want to stay doing this YouTube thing because it's fun. I'm not good technically, I know that, but yeah, I really appreciate how you guys are supporting me, so thank you, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye.